Let's get right into it. Hey, how are you doing? It's Multimedia 7 here to do a Pisces 2D Dreamcatcher message. Now, alright, so I spoke with this in the live discussion, only because it had something to do with the dream I had. I had two dreams back to back within days. Honestly, I would have waited to see, but I don't know why this dream is so like significant that God made me like say no, you gotta talk about this now. And when I had this dream, all right, not two. Well, I had two dreams back to back within a week, and I spoke about it in the SNR message. That should be uploaded within the next 24 hours if you didn't already. And in the dream that I had this week that I'm going to discuss, I noticed something that was specific. I noticed a person's face in the dream. Something wasn't right with the face. I could see the whole face, but their face it wasn't like they were sad. It seemed like it was something disturbing with going on face. So that's something I've seen in a previous dream, and I had to keep prophesying based on that dream until I got the real meaning of what was going on. Obviously, whatever information that I was received from that dream also still correlate, but I wanted to know the real specific meaning of what those faces meant in the dream. And the dream this week, where I saw somebody the same, and then I had another dream where I saw the same person's face, but it wasn't disturbed. But when I woke up from the dream, God was like, no, that wasn't that person. So that's where I realized that in the dream, they're shape shifting. And it's not only that people are shape shifting, God was also letting me know that, not all the time when you see people in your dreams, it is that specific person. But the person in the dream that God is showing you, or showing me for that matter, is telling me the characteristics of the said person. But let's get into the dream and see what's going on. So I'm going to tell you what happened in the dream, and I'm going to tell you from the notes that step by step what God want me to say, what the message is, and so on and so forth. So in the dream, it was more like a vision, but it was a lot going on in that moment. In the dream, it's like I don't know, because like I took a nap, but I woke up in the dream sitting on top of a man that was laying down. Now I know I know what the dream in a good sense, but like, all right, hear me out. In the dream, I was laying on top of a man, and this is a very sex based dream. There's been a lot of sex dreams this week, and that's not something that's normal. As for me, usually, like, I don't usually have sex dreams. I hear some people say sex dreams are bad. I hear other things about it. It wasn't necessarily bad because I understood what was going on, but and for the aspect, I was like, no, we're gonna have to figure that out. So in the dream, I was on top. I was basically like in riding position on top of this man. It was a cancer man. The cancer man in specific is a colleague of mine, and I a colleague, um, a colleague of a colleague. This is not somebody I'm cool with. I mean, I've had conversations, But this is not somebody that's like my. This is not somebody that I'd be like, oh yeah, we're the best of friends. We're really cool. Center like that. That's not what it is. So me myself, even seeing that in the dream state, I was disturbed because you're not my lover. Like you have no reason to like be in any sexual position. But I was on top of him, so that says a lot, right? Now this person is a musician, so music artist. So I guess I took it as the two different meanings. Something like DICK riding, and he was smiling at me the whole time. The whole time I was not paying him attention. So I don't understand how I could be DICK riding somebody, and I'm not paying attention to him. Then and then the fact that that person is a Cancer zodiac sign placement is give that represents a mother, the emotions of a mother. Um, so that can be in regards to a male, possibly Cancer zodiac sign placement involved or embodiment. Um, maybe there's a man that's really interested in me, and their mother is. Take the message I resonate, because I'm narrating how I'm thinking about it. Maybe there's a man that's his mother is like really like nagging type, really intrusive, or giving emotional incest, and he's interested in a particular woman. That woman could be me, and you know, basically there's a couple. The mother, the nagging, intrusive type, and the mother's trying to figure out what got this young man's attention. He's very emotionally incestuous, and his attention is on his lady. All right. And then there's some sort of correlation about if it's in regards to musicians, music artists, a man, so a man, no, a man, damn, amen. Ooh, something good gonna come out of this. So basically, about a man that's a musician, a music artist, makes music for mothers, or I'm hearing baby making music. Maybe there's a man that's making, yeah, there's a man that's making music that sets the mood, sets the tone for women to want to procreate. Anywho's, all right, so maybe that's like a tip, a hint, like an esoteric gem right there. Cancer placement, or even this music that somebody's making, that's this baby making music. You're gonna know because if obviously if your mother is still living, she's gonna start nagging you a lot. The more your mother nag you, I don't know who this message is for, but like if you make music and you assign specifically a Cancer placement, the more your parental mother, spiritual mother, whomever this mother figure is, the more they keep nagging you, the better the song is. Anywho, so in the dream, while that was happening, while I was on top of this Cancer placement man, and he was smiling at me, and my attention was elsewhere because while even in the dream, as I seen it from a third person point of view, so I saw three men in three different sexual acts that was similar on the right side of the room. One was a gem, one was my actual lover, and then was another man that was hidden something of a Scorpio reference. All in doggy style position. Had these three women in doggy style position. Really couldn't make out the face. I don't know if I didn't care who the woman was or like my business was, but like, all right, the Gemini. So this going from left to right. let's do right to left. There was a man giving a woman doggy style position. Couldn't see him, couldn't see his face, only see the silhouette. Scorpio reference, could be Capricorn reference. Something about the secret, something about the cold, something about a group. So this could be a group activity. There's something about a group of men that perform orgies. But within that, all right, so within that group is that there was one particular man. I couldn't see who he was or who the woman that he was with. Now, what's so significant is that reference. If you think back to the SNR messages, I keep bringing up the P Diddy case, right? I'm gonna get to why it's significant in a moment. So, for right now, it's a mystery man and a mystery woman, and they're partaking in this or group that's having sex or whatever. It could be whatever, but something supposedly a secret. See my lover in the middle, but my lover and me are kind of parallel to one another. Like he was smiling in my direction and giving doggy style position to a woman, while I was on top of this man that's a cancer placement. That's one of his. But I was looking at him, so I was looking into a situation, and he was looking at me, being like smiling, whatever the case may be. That just reminded me of this moment I had with him, like, because it was one particular time where we were all was in the same environment. It was me, him. I don't know who for my dream's sake, because that's my lover. I ain't my lover with nobody else. So for my sake, that dark side position, it could have been me. So clock it. I ain't gonna dream about seeing my lover having sex with somebody else. You crazy. So because my dream did. So anywho's. So the cancer, like you just remember what I said about the beginning part of the dream, right? And take that message how it resonated, because like even if I see myself in dream stuff like that, there's a message within self. So cancer has to do with emotions of a mother. It could be in regards to some music, sex, maybe making music. Maybe somebody trying to find the right song to put on to set the mood. Oh my gosh, somebody could be having these thoughts about pregnancy. I'm just like, woo! I promise y'all, it's not me. It's not me thinking these things. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. One moment. I'm telling you. But for real, wait, I got to real quick. Hold on. And I could talk about it because it has something to do with the message, anyways. But I really don't like this Taurus man. Like there's this Taurus man. I'm not talking about the embodiment. I'm not talking about the person I'm gonna one day be married to. No. There's this Taurus man I keep talking about. Y'all already know what's up. Like for the most part, my supporters know. I don't like this man for any. YouTube don't even like this man. I'm not playing with y'all. To be talking about. Like it's so funny because like when this person did talk to me before the fact, the person was like he consistently was doing something to either put me in harm's way, to make me feel all different types of ways in which I don't feel about myself. Mind you, never dated this man, never shown romantic interest in this man, nothing. And maybe that's why this person's ego was crushed or they felt some type of way. But I'm always gonna reiterate, if like what makes a man become interested in a woman if he knows the woman for said plus years, never more advances at the woman, and then finally when they might find a romantic love interest, all of a sudden they want to disrupt the energy, they want to start talking about feelings. And I'll hear you out, but I don't like that, because I don't like when people see that you happy with someone else. They express themselves as to what they wanted with you. I don't like when men that, because that shows the characteristics of who you are and that you, one, you want something that somebody else has, is giving a thief. Two, is giving you're unhappy, so you want everybody else to be unhappy, because if you was gonna do whatever to make me happy, right, as a woman, and multiple years to make that happen, and you chose now when I have my lover and I'm content and happy with the situation. Now you want to do all this extra stuff. You want to confuse this energy, manipulate all this stuff. I can't be happy, and the person I'm with can't be happy, or so you thought. That means you're a terrible person. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this person up in this message is because, like, I'm tired. Like, I'm not physically tired. I'm not spiritually tired. Like I'm not mentally tired. Like, I'm just of this person. I like this person is sick. Like the reason this person pisses me off is because, like, not realistically, but like, yo, everybody knows my cutoff game is strong. Like, if you ever like was cool with me in real life, you don't even gotta be just in real life, but like, if I don't F with you, if I don't want to be around you, if I don't talk to you, I'm gonna make it happen. People who know me for real know that that is true. I don't play no games. If I have never encountered somebody who does not at some point realize that no means no. It is cute that when you're younger and more naive, when you be like, oh, every woman has said that they love when that toxic behavior, basically, when you get into it supposedly with your significant other, and then you do that childish stuff while you with them on, and you just hoping that they message you or get in contact with you to show that they care. At my age, where I'm almost 30 now, even that is not cute. And what is even less cute is a person you're not romantically involved in doing those things. If I don't like you, if I think you're weird, if I think you're a sexual deviant, if I think you're sexually abusive, if I think you're not a good person, and I block you on every social media I can think of, even if I didn't even have you on there as a friend or a follower, and you still spiritually and on fake pages come to watch me, and I don't like you, yo, you're a weird goof. Like, you're something is not mentally right with you. I'm not trying to play on nobody's mental in regards to their own illnesses or sickness or going on, but this man in particular, I do not like him, yo. And the reason why I'm bringing him up is because, like, yo, every time I'm doing something and I'm happy, regardless if it's with my lover or not, this same Taurus man keeps trying to project himself. I have blocked him on everything. This man will find a way to and it's not like, and it sounds wild if you say it to like, and to people in a certain type of way, but I have to talk this. And I'm seeing a white orb in the I don't see a white orb right by my arm. Yo, this man, like, it got to a point where, like, no funny, to make I had to make the decision because, like, previously, I thought, even though I didn't want to do business with that man anymore, I thought, a part of doing business with that man, some other colleagues, like, being in contact with them, having them on social media. Me, I don't mind, like, even if we're not cool, if I'm, like, whatever, if I can keep you as a contact on social media if I feel as though it's going to help me in some sort of way, called networking. I will not lose no sleep losing out on something that don't benefit me. Once, even though this is the same man, yeah, that Taurus man is the same man that's trying to sexually coerce me, gonna tell me that basically he, instead of this is that I was going to for business in regards to music, and I was paying him a service fee to help me, to provide for me a service, and this man didn't want to provide the service, instead gonna look me in my face and ask me if I would escort for him into prostitution. I'm not playing with y'all, yo. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because once I like, even when he said that, I didn't even like get mad at him, even disrespectful, even when he was being rude. I didn't get mad at him because God, like me and God had understanding. I understood that like while he was being mean to me, it's that hurt people thing. Like I was watching how he was acting towards me, and I was watching how others towards him. Those people are to this day disrespectful towards him. They don't do him. They use him. They mock him. They make fun of him, and so on and so forth. Is it I didn't called for when I first met the person. I just analyzed the situation. I just kept realizing, he's not a good person, and that's why people act the way they act towards him. It's a difference between rallying up people under false pretenses to harass somebody, and then constructive criticism towards somebody who ain't shit person. I'm not sorry, not sorry. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it was dream catcher message. Because the energy, I can feel like this person energy, and enough with the bullshit. When I'm fed up with what he was doing and stuff like that, he felt as though he wanted to block me from another colleague that he was previously associated with, so that like I wouldn't be able to progress in what I was doing in my goals, because he knew I no longer want to do business with him. So I don't. He said to the person, it don't really even matter now. But see, how dare somebody have the audacity to think they can block my blessings? Do they not know the God that I serve? Anywho, person I can remember I'm not gonna bring that other person into it, but so when I was fed up and tired with this particular person, this tourist man I no longer want to deal with, he so what was I wasn't petty, but I wanted to prove a point, because I was doing these story times that I feel as though my story times, whether I'm doing readings or in general, it teaches people, because I have experienced so many things. A lot of people say, yeah, I experienced a whole bunch of things, but I don't, like me personally, I don't think people experience the things that I've experienced in the way I've experienced things. And although that is true, the moral within the stories that I have and experiences that I have learned and went through, I feel like it can help the next person. But if I don't tell you stories, how are people gonna learn? And while all these, like, the things this man was doing and saying and portraying himself as, I need to do a story time on this guy, because he kept her message. He kept harassing me. So I'm just like, whatever. So I'll go online. I'm like, hey, I'm about to do a story time about this person. I have intention of doing a story time on that man? No. But I want to prove a point, because I blocked that man on every social media. I left the post up for like a day, saying I was going to do a story time about him. I deleted it, went on business. Months passed. Yo, it was so many months afterwards. I didn't see this man a few times. Like, just in at business endeavors and stuff like that. He was still to the day blocked on my social medias. I don't talk to the tourist man, the DJ, whatever. And then one particular day came where he thought he was going to embarrass me or something like that, and he wanted to call me all types of names, and he wanted to agitate me. And I just remember I was trying to hold back my tears because I was angry. I was so angry because I'm just like, this is a grown man. This man is like 25,000 pounds more. Like, I don't fucking know, but like I'm just like, yo, like in my mind, I'm just like, the person I used to be would have grabbed something and beat this out of hand. Like, no fun. Like, I don't enable, I don't condone domestic violence, but like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Some people just be provoking people, for real, for real. you don't know some mental state. I'm very sane. I've been clear, but like I'm just saying, you don't know people's mental state, and you keep harassing them, you keep messing with them, and then God forbid a violent interaction happens, then you looking confused. What happened? You trying to play the I don't know what happened game. I don't want to hear none of that. This man came months later. Oh, I heard you was gonna do a story time on me. Where the story at? What you was going? First of all, the things I could have said about that man, yo, cause ain't nobody gonna like. Who gonna be mad? First of all, I got you blocked on every social media, but you somehow, even at the time that I wrote the post, you was blocked. How you gonna know that I even said that? And it's the whole you waited months until a particular time that was convenient for you to ask me about it, and then on top of that, you know I didn't do no story time about you, and inquiring why I even had the idea. But that person, they know they ain't shit person. What? It sounds like you want me to tell people that you a rapist. It sounds like you want me. I can laugh. The fuck? I can laugh at it sounds like you want me to go online and tell people you sexually coerce women. It looked like you want me to go on and talk about. Ooh, I don't want to bring people like matters into that, but so I'm gonna just talk from my own viewpoint. It want me to you sound like ooh. Anyways, so y'all to say like I'm in the good energies. I've been getting these messages out for days at a time. Like this guy, like he'll group up with certain colleagues that he knows that I'm The thing is, in regards to, I can't tell this man what kind of business to do and what not to do. I don't care. Like that's his. I blocked him because I don't want to see him. He knows that, so I know him. So he will literally see who I got a contact on social media, pair up with them, put an ad on their post so I can see him on they post their stories, or because they paying ad services and stuff like that. And I still don't care. Like, what are you talking about? And I was so upset because like I was asleep. I got woke up out my sleep. God was like, you need to see something. I'm like, all right, whatever. So first thing I do, I go on social media. As soon as I went on social media, ad post up. He there with a Squidward shirt on, but Squidward got like these demarcations all over his face and stuff, like blemishes and stuff like that, looking sick. I'm like, oh hell no. Like I almost like, yo, I know I blocked you. Why are you on my page? Like block restricted. And it's like that's even like I don't care to talk about this person, but God told me I have to. I don't have to. I want to. Like he's like, I can talk about it. I'm only saying because like this person, when people come in contact with this particular person, it's not all the time. Not now. Before like knowing what was going on. This person, I noticed when certain people come in contact with them, and I have the spiritual eye to know like the spirit of envy and jealousy within him, try to manifest on another person. He feeling that way towards. They would start getting sick. I peeped getting real early. That's why I didn't want to do. That's another reason why I didn't want to do this with him. You want me to do business with you, but your characteristics, who you are as a person, make people sick. Hell no. The SpongeBob shirt he was wearing, or whatever the case may be, like all that told me is that like he's like a walking disease spirit. God forbid, not on my life. You gonna be seen so bad, like that. They like who gonna purchase a shirt with a sick looking person on? Be for real. So back, I was saying. So the third person was Gemini. Same position, woman in doggy style position. So, while my lover was looking at me in the middle of everything, I was looking at the Gemini that was on the left side beside him. Gemini's face was distorted. Something was not right with the Gemini's face, the man in the dream. That was an indication where I realized something was wrong, because then I correlated that to another dream where I seen Pisces with an Aquarius on their lap, and something was wrong with the Aquarius face, distorted. So I'm just like, all right, it's a common theme. If you listen into the SNR message I did today, if not in 24 hours, it'll be uploaded. So I realized that's that shape shifting energy. First and foremost, there's the theme I wanted to be someone else. A man wanted to be my lover or my bro or friend or colleague, something like that. Giving that envious, jealous vibe, but they thought it was a secret. And then that shape-shifting energy where, like, spiritually, somebody is going through extreme lengths just to like, because they can't physical, they're trying to go to the spiritual. Like I said, sex are not normal. I do not pray before bed like, please let me have a sex dream. Nobody does that. If you do that, you're weird. This is like your person for real, for real. But like, even so, I don't do like when I seen that happen, I'm like, oh no, something weird is going on. $1 million, 1 million, one, 1 million to me in the comment section. All right, I receive it. Amen. Thank you. So let's talk about it. You need help. You need help. You said what you need help with. Betty in the comment section. Now, let's talk about the dream. I can read the dream and narrate in a certain type of way, but I'm gonna just read the message I got from the dream. So the first part of the dream, I couldn't remember what happened in the first part of the dream, right? So that's reference. Something about secret of the code, something hidden, about a group maybe, or just the embodiment of Scorpio itself. Or zodiac placement. Went out with a lover and his friends. So this has to do with an Aquarius. This has to do with a Gemini zodiac sign embodiment. Now, that Gemini is in regards to lovers, loved ones, tonic, friendship. What else? Relative, friends, stuff like that. So how about this, Betty, in the comment section? When I do Cash App Live, if you want to read, I'll read your info for you. But on this live, I'm doing the Pisces 2D Dream Catcher, so I will not answer your question. So like I was saying, so this someone was alluding that the lover was being passive aggressive. Now it's so interesting because I had to let go of a friend previously. Like, this is who wasn't actually a friend. This person was like it was Sagittarius. This person, this woman, what I noticed was this person wanted to be me. This person thought they could be me for a very long time, and they was sadly mistaken. The person was talking, a conversation with this person. I guess this is befitting of the dialogue we're having right now. So basically, I had a conversation with this that I had to let go. No longer my friend, no longer invited. This person was talking about their love life in comparison to their relationship with their mother growing up. Not to tell business really, but didn't have the best upbringing with their mother. So the person finally explained to me what it was, their dynamic was beginning to now, And I was telling them, that they had a right to be upset with their mother. They should have understood um, the mental state of where the mother is and why they shouldn't let it affect them, like emotionally, because the mother was a Scorpio, and then she is a Sagittarius. And once hearing the story, I'm just like, you need to understand. I'm like, even while the person was talking to me about, no, I'm just like, basically, her mother chose a man over her children. So I'm like, even knowing that, I'm like, you about to be what, 30 years old, and you still sad about it? No, no shade. I'm not saying you can't take time to heal, but at what point are you gonna realize, you need to choose yourself than the emotions of somebody else that could basically you tell me don't give a damn. I'm just saying. But I'm only saying all this to say that I referred to her a book, one of my favorite books, and one that like really opened my eyes when I was in college, and she asked to read the book. I even made it easier for her, gave her the audio book, and she did not read the book. And when she came back to me to have conversation, what she did was start telling me how she was reading up on being emotionally intelligent, and then told me that, oh, did you know that you're very passive aggressive? I'm not told the person, I'm not gonna hold you. I could be passive aggressive if I wanted to. There's really no point. Do you know what passive aggressive is? Because I feel as though you're very passive aggressive because, um, the way the person be acting. This her, I feel like I told her that I felt like she was projecting onto me, and she was just like, you don't know everything. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. 1 mil. Oh, you think I'm super? Thank you. Before, I don't know if you're busy or anything like that, so let me just ask now. What's a good day to do the Cash App lives? Because I wasn't thinking about doing them until like around the 25th. So let me know what's a good day to do Cash App lives. Let me see what you're saying. Because I probably just do like $5. I'll tell you what you need to know. So basically, excuse me. So, oh, I don't know what that says. So, um, yeah. So, yeah. That was an interesting energy. So I had to just like let y'all know about that passive aggressive person. So that could be in regards to something somebody's going through right now. Because that happened previously. I'm not reliving it. So something that was unknown of zodiac sign embodiment. Something was a secret. Somebody being passive to the woman lover. That could be third party energy. That could just be in whatever. So guys saying trust your intuition. Your first house placements. Your birth chart. Something about Scorpio reference. Um, something about you don't know someone's characteristics or someone don't know your characteristics. So the male lover, Leo, zodiac sign embodiment. This can be in regards to a man. This can be in regards to entertainer or some sort of entertainment. Had a plan to get the lady very drunk and intoxicated. Now, being drunk, all right, in zodiac embodiments and stuff like that, Pisces would be drugs. And then Capricorn would be the feeling. That's what I've been told. So this could be something in regards to a father figure. It could be a Pisces, and um, to be exact. And what does Pisces have to do with anything? Pisces is the house of in regards to the house of undoing enemies. Something about sin, something about like glut, something like that. Somebody. So this could be somebody has like a South Node in Pisces or something. This could be in regards to somebody who's in the music industry. Somebody had a realization about something because the woman lover woke up her blackout. So somebody could have blacked out, somebody crashed out, quote unquote. Somebody could have became intoxicated and blacked out. And that's I would And then Pisces also can have something to do with sex. So I don't. And was blacked out and was writing the person name. I don't want. I really want to put the business out there, but the person name is Matthew. Top of him in that Ryan position. Carol, I guess. Now, why that's so significant, right? Is because I had just had a conversation with conversations actually. So I was talking to a Leo. And Leo was talking about that she wanted to divorce someone, and then um she got a new man already. So infidelity already, but I ain't going to like. And then after that conversation, I had took a nap one day, and then when I woke up to my phone ringing. I had a phone call, and it was from this, and I had just had this weird dream. And in the dream, it was like it's interesting because I had gave this present to one of my colleagues, whatever like that, and I seen the gift that I gave my, and it opened up, and when it opened up, it was a large stage. It was multiple different stages to like to perform on, like in the middle of this field somewhere, like this grassy plains and stuff. And when I woke up, this person who was calling me, um, was the same zodiac embodiment of who I seen in the dream. Something about some money. So anyway, so I was having a conversation. Then we start talking about the gospel. We start talking about the word of God. I'm like, oh, God led me to a certain chapter in the Bible because I was speaking about the book of Matthew in the previous reads, right? And while I was talking to her, while I just got off the phone with her, God, while I was on the phone with her, God was talking about the book of Matthew again, and He told me these specific chapters, like that. Like while I was having a conversation, He was like, look up Matthew in the book of Matthew, look up these chapters, look up these verses, the same third. And I started telling her, I'm like, write this down, God, saying read this chapter in the book, the same third, blah blah blah. I didn't know what was the chapter. I didn't know what the chapter was talking about, none of that. So I just gave it to her to read. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a little nosy after the phone call. Let me see what I didn't tell her to go look up. When I went to go see what I had told this person to go look up in the Bible, just because God had told me to tell them that, they were talking about something about divorce. So I was just like, I'm gonna mind my business. So something about being on the right side of a sexual encounter. And when I went to go see what the previous message I was talking about in regards to the book of Matthew, I was talking about, um, it was talking about judgment and it was talking about murder. I have an ex-lover that's trying to contact with me. I'm not going to, basically, you know, I tried dating this person multiple times. It just never worked out, and I never why, but I always felt like this weird vibe coming from him, but I could never explain what it was. And I always had this thought about a particular scenario, and God had revealed to me like, yeah, He did that shit. So I just like blocked all forms of communication with him. It's something about communication about or of three men in particular, um, in regards to a sexual encounter. There's so six people, two different situations. People on the right side of a situation, there's three people on the wrong side of a situation. So there was something in regards to participating in an orgy. There could have been an orgy that went completely wrong, and then there could have been maybe a consensual orgy or something like that. Possibly. Something about the doggy style position, and it's interesting. Like even though it was not a actual dog in the dream, I was to prophet that if you see a dog in the dream, is in regards to some sort of witchcraft. So while in that dream, the person on the right side that was a score reference, hidden, having sexual intention, the intentions of the person who wanted to have sex with the woman in the dream, I guess, intentions was to curse or hex this person, intimacy basically. And mind you, I was just talking about the Taurus that I don't freaking like. This Taurus Leo man that maybe zodiac signs I mentioned so far have to do with some of the negative aspects, but you know, I say that nigga is a walking disease spirit, and I God forbid, like, why would I want to associate myself with that? No, fuck you thought. Not over here. But this person watching this person named Matthew have sex, and so this could be like this person, like somebody in regards to judgment, murder, um, and doing a secret enemy in regards to a sexual encounter, whether it's somebody's intention or already happened, like somebody was trying to do this to another person. This was the intent for another person. Something about two brothers, faces was showing. This could be in regards to somebody who calls somebody bro. In regards to men, like three men, and then one man in particular, like three, they all call each other bro. They all homies. One man in particular is plotting on either one or two of the men to, you know, like hex or curse them in regards to like. Now, but ironically, the parallel, like these two men that is affiliated, close colleagues, whatever, with this person, they already caught on to this person's tactics, and now they're wanting him. Then there's something about the woman looked over at her male lovers, and it's something about judgment. It's judgment coming to some male lovers. This can be like in regards to the Gemini zodiac sign, and or embodiment. There's gonna be friends, lovers, platonic, romantic, relative. There's some sort of judgment coming, something in regards, and it's somebody, bro, is scared and very nervous right now in regards to some sort of ordeal. Something didn't want his some. So this all could have happened because, you know, somebody was choosy. How you in the mix but not mixing? Like somebody said that you chose another person over them, but this the same person that is wishing illness and sicknesses on other people. So why would somebody choose you once again? Dummy. So, and then somebody didn't want they bro to know something in specific. So somebody bro did something real bad in regards to a encounter, in regards to some sort of sickness they wanted to spread or something like that. And that person friend, that person bro, about to find out. You something about the lover smiled in her direction. So if you're in regards to love life, if you're dating somebody, if you're you have a spouse or your relationship, whatever, up, you and your lover, you're good. This outside of this third party that like got an issue with y'all, it's gonna get handled. You might have like this a creepy friend, homie, or something like that that is like either wants to join in your sexual activity or wants to watch y'all. Be careful with that. It's something about a friend under judgment. I'll say, this shape shifting ascender God protect us from this man forever who is, or any relative thinking about any child. This person, woo, this person either abuses children or celebrities to some sort of extent. God protect us from this particular man forever, because this person, somebody knows something about a particular woman. This could be somebody who's trying to assault a woman. Something about Wednesday, June 11th, 2025, 10 p.m., 7%. Regards to 7th house placements. gonna continue to ask God to remember my dreams. You cannot take my dream life away from me. Any op, you gonna get stomped. Anyways, somebody's trying to trauma bond because in the second dream that I had previously this week, within the 2 to 3 days, I saw an unwarranted Gemini man. Now, Gemini man is a colleague of mine. This man he didn't ask. He was trying to penetrate, doing a sexual encounter of anal, and that's something that I don't do. In the last live discussion I was talking about, I was saying that like even seeing that in the dream state. First of all, that's very forceful and that's very not okay. And I actually told that when I woke up from the dream, I knew that the Gemini that I see in my dream wasn't a Gemini in regards to a Capricorn. Now, Capricorn can be in regards to spiritual father, regular father, biological, whatever, any father figure. But I knew that to be an ex-lover of mine. So I'm just like, God shows certain things in certain ways. So I also said that like that anal reference is in regards to like this is like a slavery tactic, a form of trying to control somebody. So then I have in regards to that is something about your seventh house placements in regards to your Lilith placement, something about sexual abuse, something about a gay man because no man, even though I seen a woman in the dream, maybe it could be like in regards to the femininity within another man. So like this person is just gay, of the LGBT community. So, and this is something I would not like to see in my dreams or partake in real life. So, but maybe I just need to talk about it because somebody out there is going through something like this. And that's in our message I was just talking about. If I'm not mistaken, it was something about it was in Pride, and it's something about down low men and gay in particular, and some sort of scandal going on in regards to orgies that men are having right now. It's not all men, but it was something about in regards to the state of California. And there's something in relation to the P. Diddy Diller case. Something about the zodiac sign embodiment of Aries. This can be regards to entrepreneur, some sort of business, or something about spiritual father, the manipulation of, it could be a spiritual father or actual father. Like I've talked about this in the previous, is shape shifting in the dream state. Could be coming to you as a lover or previous ex lover, to tap into your dream state and see what's going on in your love. But this person could actually be gay. How that work? Why you want to see a heterosexual person's dream state? Because like, even if it's in regards to wanting to know somebody's destiny so you could take it on, you can't take on a heterosexual person's destiny if you're homosexual. It's common sense. So, but even just seeing the Capricorn reference in the dream or knowing it's a Capricorn reference in the dream, even today, some sort of karma is going on. The zodiac signs in regards to this message are Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Aries, and Capricorn. All right, that concludes, the Dreamcatcher message. Somebody's in trouble. Psalm 91, stay blessed. God bless to the rest. Let me drop it out.